I can't sit down.
This isn't
See?
gonna...
I can do it.
Disneyland.
See Disneyland on the other. You might want to have it that way. Ew.
Lipstick?
Lip stuffs. Hey guys, I'm Shay.
I'm Sam.
I'm Mom.
Oh, that's a good one. We are going to be discussing The Isle of the Lost, a Descendants novel by Melissa de la Cruz.
And the movie.
And the movie. But we'll get into that later. Okay, so first thoughts. I know you just said that you didn't really have any, but you had to have had some.
I thought it was kind of cheesy. But I liked it. I did like it. I just thought it was kind of cheesy.
What about you, Mom?
I was amazed by it because I've always loved everything Disney.
You were amazed by the 1/3 that you read, and then the 2/3 that you skimmed through because we didn't give you much time to read it.
No, we didn't. Sorry. Like 2 days.
Yeah.
But I just loved all of the references to different Disney movies, and it was just so fun.
And their kids.
I know, it was so fun.
I kind of agreed with Sam that it was a little cheesy. Sorry, Melissa de la Cruz and Disney, but yeah, it wasn't that. I actually ended up giving it like a 3.5 out of 5 on Goodreads, because it was alright. Maybe it was because we followed from reading such a rad book,
Yeah.
Throne of Glass.
Probably.
See, in that one, I like this better than Throne of Glass.
Blasphemy.
I thought it was hilarious at the beginning where they said that forever is 10 years.
Yeah, that was
pretty
hilarious.
funny, yeah. I
Oh,
thought it was pretty funny, but I don't know about hilarious. It wasn't like.
But
laugh
then they
out
had
loud.
another 10 years.
I didn't lol.
I lolled.
Mom lolled. Oh, it really bugged me. How all the kids had the names of their
I
parents.
love that.
Oh yeah, that kind of bugged me too.
What if they? I mean, okay, so the whole thing with like Mal was Maleficent's kid and Evie was the Evil Queen's. First, okay, didn't the Evil Queen have a name?
No.
Why?
It's like Prince Charming in Sleeping Beauty. He didn't have a name either.
And apparently the Beast doesn't have a name either.
Yeah, he does.
It
Actually,
took
I
me
think Prince
forever to
Charming
come
did
up
have a
with.
name.
His name's Adam.
Well, then how come
It's
his
Prince
son's
Adam.
name is Ben?
I know. That's the thing.
And
It's
he's
like
called King Beast.
Yes.
Not Adam.
I know, but he's still Adam. He's
I
still
kept envisioning
Prince
a
Adam
lion
or
when I
whatever.
was reading King Beast. I couldn't figure out who King Beast
Well,
was.
and that was another thing. It's like they're referring to him as King Beast. So I was like, so then did he
Is he
never
a beast
turn
again?
back into a person
He
at
did
the
at
end?
the
Like
end of the movie.
right?
Right. But
Was
it makes
he-
it sound like he didn't.
Or was he him?
With birds. Forever.
Anyway, yeah, that bugged me.
Yeah.
Mal and Jay was Jafar's kid, and Evie was the evil queen.
was
Carlos was
Cruella.
Cruella
I
de
love
Vil.
that.
I did think it was funny though when they had
And Harriet.
Gaston's kids, twin boys, were
Yeah.
Gaston and Gaston.
Because that's totally how Gaston would do
Gaston
that.
Jr. and Gaston the Third. Even Harry and Jace. Horace and Jasper from
You're right.
101
yeah,
Dalmatians.
that's
You're
true.
right.
And those two reminded me of the thieves on Home Alone.
Yes, I could see that.
And something else that really bugged
How many
me.
fingers am I holding up?
8.
Anyway, okay, that was funny.
Sorry.
Um,
So I'm just looking at my notes, and all my notes kind of suck.
Oh.
Oh! What
well, at
else?
least you made notes this time.
Yes. So what else I thought was kind of cheesy and weird is that they ate rotten food.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
That's
Yes. And no,
there's a reason
I
for that.
understand why they get like the cast-offs of the rest of Arodon.
I don't know.
Oridon.
I guess we'll find out when we watch the
USA,
movie.
apparently.
USA.
I'll get into that later.
So I just thought it was weird that they don't even get their own food. Like there's no farms or anything on this island. It's just they get whatever is shipped over that wasn't eaten, so they're getting moldy food and they eat it and don't get sick.
And they like it.
And curdled milk.
And they like it.
They like it.
Okay, according to Disney Wiki Disney.
Because Mom's the Google Queen here. Remember
Yes.
from last time?
Yes.
We need to have like a segment, the Google Queen segment, and then you talk about all the research that you did after reading the book or because of.
I did research it.
Okay.
The only reason that they eat the spoiled food is because they choose to, because they don't want the good food to put any goodness into them. Because they are evil villains.
So they want bad
They
stuff
want-
to make them bad.
Yes.
To keep them being
Okay.
bad. Interesting. Okay, I thought it was kind of weird being like fairy tale, Disney, whatever. They kept there's like stuff that they added from like our world, like there was mention of like video games and like Wi-Fi and internet and stuff, which I feel like that really took away from the magic Disney-ness of it, and I felt like that made it cheesy, you know?
We're using this word cheesy a lot.
Like, I know, but that's because it kind of was cheesy.
Yeah.
But it's like they were trying to appease a part of...
Or I think she was trying to be, like,
generation.
overtly clever in being, like, Disney or this, whatever, the USA and video games and all this and, you know, Home Shopping Network and all this stuff, but they still use magic and there's the princess and princes live in castles and I don't know, it's like they were trying to mix the old and the new, but if they had all the technology that we have in the, like, in our world, then I feel like that's, like, Aradon, whatever it's called, wouldn't look the way that they're describing it because of all of this modern stuff that they have. So I think that was pretty inaccurate too, if that makes sense.
I did think it's funny that all of the villains have let themselves go and are becoming senile.
I know, that was funny, like Jafar with the sweatsuit. That was pretty funny.
His pajamas with the lanterns, the lamps on them, and
I did like some of the references that they made to like the actual movies, like that with the pajamas with the lamps on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, they brought in
that stuff was clever. I did like that, and I liked like their jobs kind of had a lot to do with their character or whatever.
Right.
Like Jafar was the thief and the seller of stuff, and he was greedy.
Like a junkyard type thing.
Yeah.
But there's an inkling of good trying to crop up near the end of this book among the four friends.
I know.
And their parents aren't gonna like it.
No. But I guess we'll have to see what happens with the movie.
So let's talk about when they get to the forbidden...
Hang on. Before we get into that, I have to mention... So, obviously, all of these kids, their parents are villains. None of the kids were born before the villains were exiled, because they're all like 16 and they've been exiled for like 20 years. How the heck did Maleficent get with a human?
Oh, yeah.
For
all of them, because all of them only have one parent.
They all have human
none
as
of them,
the other parent?
Well, not necessarily, but none of them have...
Who would make it with Hook?
None of them have two parents. None of them have a set of parents. They all have one parent. So either they somehow, like, split off and had a child somehow, or every kid has two parents that are two villains. So they'd have to be villains or else they wouldn't be on the island, right?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
And how would Mal's dad be a human unless Maleficent somehow had gotten back to wherever, Ardon or whatever. So that doesn't really work.
I don't know, because on Ardon, all of the kids have two parents.
Yes.
And on the Isle of the Lost, all of the kids have one parent.
Aww. But that's okay. Yes, it's sad. But
I don't.
The point is
that where are these missing parents?
Yeah, who is Jay's mom? What villain is Jay's mom, and why isn't he also like her? But that's the thing. How would they have made it humans?
The only one that's referred to as human is Mal's father.
Yes, but how would they have gotten
right?
Where'd they come from?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense to me.
And where did they go?
I will Google that.
Okay, so anyway, Forbidden Island or Forbidden Fortress.
Yes. So I was kind of confused as to how the magic residue knew what to do with those four, and that there was 4 challenges for those 4.
Well, maybe
that went in there.
Maybe it like set itself up that way, like it somehow recognized each person and knew them or something,
and didn't recognize the one that was previously challenged,
or that one had already passed the test. What do you mean?
I don't know.
I think it was just that the magic was there and it would create a test for whoever came in.
They recognize.
Not that it was necessarily like preparing for those specific 4 people. It just
It recognized the villainous in them and who knew who their descendants were.
Yeah, maybe.
except the palace was, or the fortress, or the forbidden blah blah blah.
Building, the forbidden building.
It was Maleficent's home.
Right, but it was the magic that was doing this, not necessarily the building that was doing it.
The magic that Carlos and Evie let in.
I did think that was kind of cool. I was telling Mom earlier that it kind of reminded me of Under the Dome.
So, Carlos's was really sad to me. What was your parents, or what was your mother's one true love? Her furs. That was so sad.
I know, I felt so bad for him.
Me too.
I feel like he should have been much more depressed than he was.
I do feel like that is a normal reaction, though, with a lot of people, is they just kind of try to put it off and hide it away in themselves.
Yeah.
Laugh it off. Like, oh, it doesn't bug me.
I don't care that my mom hates my guts.
Oh, yeah, I don't care that I'm my mom's servant.
I think that's so really sad.
And I live in her closet.
And not even the comfy closet with all the furs.
No, and the closet behind the closet.
The closet confused me. Why were there traps in the closet?
Because she didn't want anybody getting to her furs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought maybe the furs were alive and she had to keep them trapped to...
No.
It
was booby traps for the people that
she
would
wants
steal
to
her furs.
keep all the grubby little kids' hands off her furs.
Is that part of what I missed because I only read a third of the book?
No, it was at the party.
Okay.
It was when Mal shut
I didn't know if it was
closet.
explained at that point. Because she's...
I think Carlos explained it to Evie once he rescued her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when I started skimming, though, was when she was rescued.
Okay. And then what was the next one? Was the next one Evie's? Or
The
was
next
it
one was
Jay's?
Jafar.
Oh,
Jay's,
yes.
In the Cave of Wonders. And actually, at that point, when all, like, the thing with all the coins, like, he was, like, just filling his pockets full of stuff to bring back to his dad, I was like, yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to keep all that. So I was kind of expecting something to happen. Yeah. Either the same thing that happened in Aladdin where... if you would try to steal anything, then it would make the cave collapse, or...
Except it was collapsing to begin with.
Right, so then when that happened, I was like, oh, it's probably just going to disappear because it's not real or something like that.
Yeah.
But I like that I like all the different references to, like, the original Disney movies, and the ones that the kids' parents were part of, or whatever.
Right. Okay, so then is Evie's. Poor Evie. She's so naive and innocent.
And beautiful.
And beautiful, but
her mom just says she's not good enough, and it's so sad.
She's never good enough.
They're all such disappointments.
Yes. So yeah, Evie's was
the mirror.
The mirror that turned them all into hags, and then she had to
say the spell.
The spell.
I did like that everything, it seemed, all the little tiny details throughout the book did end up having to do with something, like the fact that she did like to look at her mom's spell books and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't
actually had to do with, like, there was something that had to do with later, and that was in getting them out of that challenge or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then Mal's, was that just getting the...
I don't know if she really had I think her
test was getting the dragon's eye, but it wasn't really a test.
It was just how you get the thing.
Maybe somebody had to touch it to...
Well, maybe it was to see, though, how evil she really was, how much like her mother she really was.
Evie do it. But even though she didn't let Evie, she still passed the test because she didn't
fall asleep for 1,000 years.
She fell asleep, but she woke back up after she had her dream.
So you'd think that she still kind of passed the test.
But Maleficent could hold the staff, so since Mal was her daughter, then she could hold the staff. But she was part human, so she still fell asleep.
Yeah.
But then,
dropped the staff.
Well, I think the bird just stole it while she was asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. While she was asleep.
That's right.
The other three just didn't notice the bird swoop in and steal a staff and fly away.
So what do you guys think is going to... Well, have either of you read the summary for the movie? Okay, I did.
Haven't even seen the trailer.
Well, because I think they did a good job with tying the book into the movie, because it's like basically the movie happens like right after the book, because so at the end of the book Ben starts feeling bad for like all the kids.
That's right.
And then he's like, I have an idea or whatever, and he's gonna take it to his dad.
Yeah.
And so then the movie is supposed to be about all of the kids of the villains going to school with all the princes and princesses from Ardon.
Because
they get out of the dome.
Ben...
No, because he lets them.
He says punishing the kids for their parents' badness.
So it's like, that's what...
Evilness.
Yeah.
Yes, evil deeds.
So anyway, I think that's what the movie is going to be about, is
And now
that
these
he
four,
lets all the kids out to go to school with all the good people.
And these four have a relationship now because they went on this journey together. Whereas at the beginning of the book, they were just four random. Well, Jay and Mal were kind of friends, or
they were frenemies.
Frenemies.
That was kind of lame.
Yeah.
Mostly, I thought it was mostly lame because Evie and Jay kind of started to end up together. I think that in the movie they're going to end up getting together. And then since Mal and Prince Ben keep having dreams about each other or had a dream about each other or whatever, they're going to end up
They can't get it out of their heads.
Right. Which makes you think that Mal is just going to be not bad anymore because she likes a prince and all that stuff. I really hope that Carlos finds love in the movie.
Oh, yes.
Because it's like Mal's going to end up with Ben, Evie ends up with Jay, and then what about Carlos?
Carlos is going to end up with Audrey.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Hope not. I just don't know about Audrey. She's too
idiotic.
ditzy.
Okay, so now we're going to watch the movie, and then we will be back, and then we will share our thoughts on the movie.
Wow.
That was painful.
That was excruciatingly
it really
painful.
was.
Yeah. So,
all I can say is High School Musical in fairy tale land.
But not even.
No.
There was like, it could basically have been set at like some Ivy League school, except for like a few small magical elements and really bad CGI. I was too distracted by just the awful acting. All of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And we actually fast forwarded through all the songs.
It almost ruined the book for me.
The book is better than the movie.
Definitely.
The problem was, you could have watched the movie without reading the book and been fine.
Yeah, they didn't really allude to anything in the book.
Nothing from the book happened in the movie except for one thing, and that was when Mal and Ben went on that date and they were at the lake, which was where her and Ben both had the dream in the book.
And Maleficent had her scepter.
Well, yeah,
but you wouldn't have known that she wouldn't have had it.
Exactly. And you never saw Diablo.
No.
Or Iago.
Yeah.
No. The only animal I saw was that dog.
And he was... Dude.
So Mal got Ben. Evie kind of got Dopey's kid.
Doug.
And Carlos got Dude. Oh yeah, but Jay didn't really end up with anybody.
No, he just ended up with...
He was kind of looking at...
He was a ladies' man.
Yeah,
so
at the end I suppose
looking at Audrey,
he
though.
and Audrey were kind of wanting...
Dancing together.
I don't know. That was just really bad.
Kristen Chenoweth was not evil enough to be Maleficent.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, they casted her for the voice, I'm sure. Because she has a great voice for
funny,
the singing.
though.
But Maleficent isn't funny. She's mean and scary.
Yeah, but I think, like, she was the only, like, silver lining of this movie. Her and the other villains, they were the only, like, funny part in the whole
If you didn't know who they were supposed to be, I would have liked them better. But trying to picture them as once a long time ago being
maybe
evil...
I don't know. How long ago were they banished?
20 years ago.
Okay. 20 years isn't long enough for what they turned into.
No.
Whoa.
Maybe if it was like thousands and thousands of years, then I could believe it more. Because now they're just like fat and lazy and stupid. But they obviously, I mean, they used to be big, scary villains. But.
Yeah.
And Evie acted like she grew up with those kids, not like she had been banished from them and around no kids for 10 years.
She acted a lot more...
sassy.
Sassy and flirty and...
Yeah, that was weird. I guess I expected her to be more of like a goody two shoes in the book.
Yeah.
Or like Carlos, I expect, well, maybe because the opening like number that they did, they were all like the same, but then they started kind of acting like the characters that they were in the books. Like Evie was a little more, because in the book she was always obsessed with wanting to find her Prince Charming and everything.
Right.
And so that's what she kind of was like in the movie too. And then like Carlos in the book, I always pictured him as like a fraidy cat kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
But then like you see him for the first time when like in the beginning when they're singing, and I'm just like, this isn't Carlos. He's not supposed to be all like this. But then he kind of turned into that like in the rest of the movie. So I guess that kind of worked out. But I don't know. So out of 10, what would we rate?
Do I have to do it out of 10?
Out of 5, what
you.
would we rate the book? What would you rate the book?
3.
You would rate it less than me? Because I said 3.5. I did 3.5 stars.
Oh, out of 10?
5.
Oh, out of 5. Okay.
3.
I'll give it
3.
a 4.
Well, because like on Goodreads you can't do half stars, so I just do full stars. I don't worry about halves.
Yeah. Okay, what about the movie?
2.
3.
-50. Alright. So that's the end of this. I hope you liked it. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you next time. And then these two will see you sometime after that. So there you go. Goodbye.
Goodbye.